good afternoon, and welcome to Women in Action. And normally I do this episode on a Friday. I'm either interviewing someone or I am doing an episode on my own. But this week has been a bit of an unusual week, and so I thought I'd just get real with you and just dive into something that is, nitty-gritty really. It's real. It's navigating the highs and lows of running your own business. And so wherever you're watching from, whether it's YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, just subscribe to this channel, and where I just share more stuff about how to start your own online business, and just be real about it, because let's face it, you get a lot of gurus out there who will talk about, oh, I made millions in 6 months, or I managed to get 5 billion followers in 3 weeks. I know that's all exaggerations, but you get the gist. So I just wanted to be real on this episode, so bear with me, and thank you for watching, and we will dive into it soon. Welcome to Women in Action, the podcast for therapists and coaches dedicated to making a difference. I'm your host, Beverly Jessup. Join us each week for inspiring conversations with remarkable women who have shattered glass ceilings in therapy and coaching. From overcoming challenges to thriving in their profession, we explore their personal journeys and strategies for success. From online practices to mindset mastery, we provide practical insights to help you excel in your field. Our goal is to foster a supportive community where therapists and coaches connect, learn, and inspire one another to create transformative change. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and empowered as we ignite your passion and equip you with the tools for impact. Thank you for joining us on this journey of growth. Let's unleash the power of women in action. Okay, so welcome to this episode, and today we're getting real about the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship. And I'm going to be sharing the 5 tips on how to manage it when we are going through the highs and the lows of running your own business. And, life is funny, isn't it? Because it does throw us curveballs, and, you get unexpected setbacks, personal challenges. We've all been there. Let's be real. But sometimes we feel that when we look at others and we look at we suffer from imposter syndrome, or we suffer from sort of comparative, I call it, where we're comparing others and their progress, and really when we should be just thinking about our own progress. It is a journey. We're running our own race. We don't need to compare ourselves to others. And in the Bible it talks about running our own race, and so I see that as an entrepreneur, that we shouldn't have to compare ourselves to others and try to keep up with others. And some of them are a little bit unrealistic. I'm not sure how many of them are really true, but, just be real that this is a journey. And sometimes we have these curveballs, unexpected things that happen. So if I'm being really honest with you, my father passed away a few days ago. And as I've said in the past, going live isn't something I love doing, but it's something that I'm getting used to doing. And it's something that I think as entrepreneurs, we have to get it out there and tell people it's okay. I don't want to talk about my dad because that is still raw. But what I do want to talk about is that we are human and we are not machines. Okay. So, in this episode, I want to share 5 tried and tested tips to help you power through those tough moments and, sort of emerge stronger than ever. And one of the key things I want to say is that we really do have to embrace self-compassion, because we have to celebrate all those small wins. We have to be able to say, okay, I didn't manage to get the whole funnel done, but I managed to do the thank you page, or I managed to do the first page, or I managed to write one email. Whatever it is, it's celebrating those wins. So I just want to, I want you to just sort of grab your cup of whatever and let's have a nice chat about this. So the first tip I want to talk about is embracing self-compassion. First and foremost, we have to be gentle on ourselves, because the entrepreneurship is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And so we do sometimes face setbacks. We do face obstacles. And it's okay. It's okay to take a breather and say, I can't do it. It's not that I won't do it in the future, but at the moment I need to take a break. And thankfully, when my father passed away, I thought, actually, that's quite good timing because, we've got holiday now booked next week and we can have some time to just regroup as a family and to take stock. So if you are feeling like, you are struggling, just take stock and just realize that's okay. Have that compassion. And to be able to just say, I've done my bit. Give yourself permission to just rest and recharge. Tip number 2 is to seek support. Remember, we're not on this journey alone. There are others out there in your network, whether they're friends, whether they're family, whether they're co-workers. I have an accountability group that I meet up with every week, and to be able to just share and to say, it's been a bit of a rubbish week and I haven't really done much, or I have done quite a bit. What do you think about it? Whatever it is, just to be able to share that with friends, family, fellow entrepreneurs is so important. We're not on this journey alone. So make sure that you surround yourself with people that can lift you up, can encourage you during those difficult times. So the third tip I want to say is to prioritize self-care. Self-care isn't selfish. It's okay to think about yourself and think about your well-being and what you need. Now, that might be doing some painting, it might be doing some gardening, it might be just simply going for a walk, or maybe getting your nails done like I did the other week. I knew that my dad was dying and I thought, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to do some art because I love art. That's my form of therapy. I'm going to get a massage. Now, that didn't go too well, actually. Just make sure that when you go and have a massage that your masseur doesn't tell you all her problems. I didn't want to go somewhere where your masseur tells you all her problems, because that's not the whole point of going for a massage. So really check out, make sure that you go to a place where they are professional and they are taking care of you because you're paying them to take care of you. Right, tip 4 was to focus on your small wins. Okay, instead of fixating on like a big picture, like I've got to do, and you've got all these lists of things to do, just focus on the small things. Now, I do have a list of things to do, and I always write them out sort of right the night before of the things I do. And the things that I get done, yes, I tick them off, and it gives you a real good dopamine hit, doesn't it, when you get them ticked off. But it's important to think about setting achievable goals, and goals that where you can celebrate their milestones, and however small they are, no matter how minor they might be, that you actually give yourself credit and say, I'm grateful that I managed to write that email. It wasn't really easy to write that email, but I wrote it. And so, just give yourself that boost during those challenging times. And the last tip that I wanted to share with you was to have that flexibility. Flexibility is the key to entrepreneurship. When you're faced with those challenges, those unexpected challenges, be willing to adapt and to pivot your strategy. Embrace change as an opportunity to growth and innovation. It's okay to change things up and to try different things. And it is all of an experiment, and it's okay to experiment. So those are my thoughts for today. This is a bit of a short episode. I hope you can understand why it's a short episode. But as we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you that it's okay to struggle, no matter what happens and how you respond to these challenges. Just make sure that you do those 5 things, that you do self-compassion, you seek out your support, you prioritize your self-care, you focus on the small wins, and that you embrace that flexibility as you go through those ups and downs of entrepreneurship. It is all about resilience and grace, giving yourself grace. And before we actually stop, I wanted to just share with you something that I have created, which I think will be really, really useful for you. If you want to head over, I've left the link to mavenbusinesshaven.com/shop. And when you get there, you will be able to get to this screen here. And if you can see this screen, you can see that I've got various journals there. And one of the journals I want to share with you is on this page, first page, is the Christian Woman's Who Am I journal. Okay, so I have done a little video about it here, but I wanted to show you what it looks like inside. So I'm going to share with you inside the journal. It has got 87 pages, and it's just something that you can print off and use yourself. But what we're addressing here is, who am I? Who am I in terms of you are someone who's unique. But it's also really good to cut through that noise and say, who are you when no one's looking? Who are you really? Let's be real. And then what are your values? So how knowing that you have a North Star, what really moves you, and being real about that. And the third thing is, thinking about your strengths and weaknesses, getting real about what you bring to the table, and what you don't. It's also important to know what sort of things you don't bring to the table, because you just don't want to do that sort of thing. And how you sort of moments that made you. So recently I sat with my brother, and we were writing the eulogy for my dad, and it was really good to have those memories, because not everyone has such a special dad, and not always do we sit down and think about all the things that he did that made him unique with us. So we did that. Moments that have made me, I've been through quite a bit, really, because I was born in Uganda, and we had to leave Uganda when I was only 4 years old under the Idi Amin exile. So, there's unique things about me. Not many people know, but when you're real and you write it down, you think, wow, that's amazing. I've got through all that. I've run a business, a really successful business. I see clients all over the world, and now I teach other people how to do that. That is amazing. And you do have to kind of pat yourself on the back and give gratitude when gratitude is necessary. And so I wanted to share this with you in this journal. And it's got a lot of reflective stuff in here, but it's got some spaces for you to write your own qualities and how you describe yourself, what three things you want to improve about yourself and how you handle stress, and and what makes you happiest and what makes you proud, and all these moments are just beautiful questions to ask yourself. Very often we don't ask ourselves, but when we do actually take time to think about our values and how do these values show up in our daily life, and we describe a time when we had to compromise one of those values, and how did it feel, and all those sort of things. This is such a powerful book, and if anything, what it does is that when you write in this book, you've got something, not just a record for yourself, but a record for those who would be picking that up when you go. If you've got kids, or you've got grandchildren, or you've got loved ones who would pick up that book and say, yeah, this is the person I married, or this is the person I knew. And it is such a beautiful book. So head over to Christian. You can get it from my shop on christianartjournaling.com, as well as Maven Business Haven. And let me know what you have got out of there as well. And before I also go, I just wanted to let you know that if you are a Christian woman who is thinking of going on a retreat, I have a retreat in October in Italy for 6 nights, and it would be wonderful to have you there. So anyway, it's time for me to go now and have some dinner, but it's been lovely talking to you all. So I just want to say thank you very much for being here with me on this journey, and if you need any help, then please let me know.
Before we wrap up, I want to extend an invitation to visit Maven Business Haven. As Proverbs 16 verse 3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." Transform your passion for speech therapy and coaching into a thriving practice with ease. Say goodbye to the tech overwhelm and hello to a strategic website system that propels your business forward. Let's build your dream practice together effortlessly. At Maven Business Haven, you'll find freebies, mini courses, a shop of beautiful journals and planners, advice on tools to help you build your online practice with ease, and of course the podcast to inspire and help you make an impact in the world. Visit us today at mavenbusinesshaven.com and let's take your practice to new heights.
Thank you for listening.